Hi folks, I'm back with what I'll call 3 for Thursday round 2. First, let's clarify a little bit. Now when I was dogging on this iconic Ontario Rat 1, what I was dogging on was the carbon fiber covers. I like everything about this knife except the covers. I like the drop point skinner. Fact that it's D2, although D2 does chip a lot. You can see little chips on the edge of the blade. One of the bad things I have in hardened steel. But yeah, no, I like the way it fits in the hand. I like this little groove here and the jimping. Really nice to hold on to, except for it being slick. So I may look for one with a little more texture on the covers. And I just seen why I was setting up for this. My good friend and subscriber Zen Ali said, well, why don't you hold a what the heck giveaway? So stay tuned. This could be a giveaway knife really soon. So anyway, I just want to tell you the knife overall is a really functional, locks up really good, really nice carry, except for, I don't know, some people probably like that. I'd imagine lots of people like it, but for me, it's just, I'd rather have my Carta, Stag, Bone, whatever, even just a G10. So anyway, that's for that. Now let's clarify, because this one is about Colonel Coon knives made by Coon. So I got to clear up a couple things on this. Good friend and subscriber Gizmo Car sent me a bunch of info on it. The number one thing was, I think I said it was 1095 carbon. And that was my fault for assuming Coon does their SFOs, special factory orders. They usually use carbon. But this is 440 steel. Which doesn't matter because this is not going to be a user at all. It's new old stock, and I got some information on it. If I want to carry a Stag Barlow, I got this other little sweetie here. Is that sweet or what? Now, this is also limited edition. You'll see it's serialized here. But it's at least, when Case does a limited edition, there you go, 963, like you said. Yeah, there you go. Could be 1,000, could be 2,500. So it's really not as rare as this one here. So let's see. He gave me information that this is 440 steel, and then in the email, graphics department up late again last night. At least this time they printed it out. Okay, it says, I found out that these knife models were sold on SMKW's live cable TV program, which I don't remember. I remember the little knife show that sold Frost knives. But yeah, I don't remember Smoky Mountains. But anyway, Colonel Coon knives are all special factory orders for SMKW made by Coon, and most sold out on the broadcast show from 2007 to 2010. I never remember seeing the show on TV, however. Me either, Gizmo. But they had one. That explains the lack of information you find on these knives. In 2005, he read that SMKW bought the brand name from Case. In 1988, when the owner retired. And the reason why he retired, I dug into some more information. The guy's probably on a big old yacht. Because wait till you see what the owner, what he's talking about is the owner of Colonel Coon. Or it could be the owner of Case. He may have kept the rights to the brand name and sold them later. I don't know anything about that yet. SMKW may have bought them from Case, which they did. I thought he was talking about the owner of the original Colonel Coon knives, which I have a little history here. I might as well get this out of the way too. Colonel Coon knives were made by Adrian A. Harris. Mr. Harris started making fixed blade knives as a hobby in the 60s. In 1976, he became the only authorized field repairman in the U.S. for Schrade. A few months later, he became the only authorized repairman for Kiss and Crane and J.A. Henkel's in the United States. In 1978, he founded Tennessee Knife Works Incorporated in his hometown of Columbia, Tennessee, and began making Colonel Coon knives, the old style and true bench-made or handmade pocket knife. In 1980, he devised his own chemical milling process for custom etching the blades. Along with this, he developed a packaging process which included a hinged paper box, which is still being used today, although I haven't seen one. The ones that I got separate from top to bottom, no hinge. But by offering this packaging system and custom etching to knife dealers, it started the trend of the commemorative knife. So you guys that don't like etching on the blades, blame this guy here, Adrian Harris. He ended up selling the process to some of the dealers, or he offered it. And then he sold all these manufacturing processes to W.R. Case and Sons and retired on a nice yacht. So I'm sure Case and Sons paid him a lot for the etching process and the packaging process. Now the comeback. In 2006, SMKW purchased the Colonel Coon name, and the brand was soon reintroduced. The more recent Colonel Coons are manufactured, the more recent Colonel Coon knives are factory manufactured models that come out of the Queen factory. And one more, and then we'll get going. Colonel Coon Stag Super Investment Lot. Gizmo sent me a link to BZ Knives, and I went looking around there. In this lot of 184 total Colonel Coon items, that included a display case, a knife roll, a backpack. So they're counting that as one of the items. But there was 4 complete Stag sets. Look at all those. It sold for $25,000, which is $135 per. But if you look at the top here, it looks to be a lockback trapper, single blade trapper. And I believe it's this knife right here with the Stag covers. And this also made by Queen with the different Corleone, Don Corleone covers, which is the stripe on a raccoon's tail, I guess. So that means that there's a good possibility this, which is new old stock, paid $200 for it, a lot of money, but it's a 1 of 100, and it's made by Queen. So I'm going to throw a picture up right here. Is a Colonel Coon original made in Tennessee by Mr. Harris. at his handmade bench, and that sold for $200 in 2007. That was from the All About Pocket Knives website, and that's on my list right there. I have a Baron Son Colonel Coon. Here's a Queen Colonel Coon. Now I just need an original Colonel Coon Barlow. It would be a triple shot that you would love to see, or I would love to see. Get my hands on that. So, I think them pictures are probably done rolling. So, we know this is 1 out of 100. And this is off the Queen. I don't know the number. I think it's the number 7. The Mountain Man frame. 1 of 250. And the trademark Rocky the Raccoon. So I love this thing. Now this is a little slick too, but it looks slick, but it's very tacky because it's like an acrylic. Not like this carbon fiber that's really slick. So there's another one made by Queen, but I wanted to show you guys this because it's been sitting out right next to the eyeball for 3 years. And I never got around to doing a video. This is Queen's Junior Scout pattern. Like I said, I believe Zen Ali has one of these, which is the Junior Scout pattern, but this is a Shat and Morgan. And it's the Shat and Morgan Premier Series. This one, it doesn't say, it's probably a small run. Doesn't say how many were made, but you got cool little spear point. Let's see how it's the size closed. 3 1/4 inch. So it may look small, but it's actually really good 5th pocket carry. You got the match strike spear point. The old style. Let's see. Should have learned not looking through the phone. Clip my nails too. Old style can opener. It doubles because it's got an edge on it. It doubles for a nice little carver. And bottle opener screwdriver. And the etch on this has the SM block, and underneath it says New York, and that's where Shat and Morgan originated from. I'm going to finish that Queen Cutlery story, Shat and Morgan story, real soon. I've been working on it behind the scenes. That next one is going to have a lot of Queen knives that I'm going to show from like each decade, because Queen started in 1933 and ended in 2018. So I got to pull out a lot of knives, and it's a lot of work. But I'll get it done. I joked around to my mom and dad that I kind of wish I had my old life before I got sick, because all these doctor appointments. I mean, before I got sick, I just worked a 10-hour day, came home, and did my business. And your calendar was, you know, pretty much a standard calendar. You know, 4 or 5 or 6 days of the week. Wake up and go to work. Take it easy on Sunday. But now I don't know. I don't know my schedule from day to day, because shit pops up so quick. But as you'll see here, what we got is the same knife. Only this one's under the Colonel Coon brand, and this is one of 200. Smooth tangerine bone. I love this knife. So, my friends, there you go. Part 1 and part 2. Keep an eye out. I'm going to look into seeing if I can get some aftermarket covers for this, maybe. Or I may just see if I can get another original Ontario Rat 1. That may be a limited edition with different covers. But that's possibly going to be a giveaway knife there. It's been sitting in my kind of giveaway drawer. So until next time, my friends, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.